Hi there, welcome back. Felipe here, your crazy creative designer. I'm glad you're here. If you like the content, give it a like, give me a subscribe. It means the world to me. Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at Metafields on Shopify and how we can actually use them in custom codes, in custom code fields, so we can make constructions and put them together with other content such as icons and images. So basically how to deal with product metafields as a custom element, right? So fantastic. So if I go here to this sample store that I was working on with Aris, and the first thing we can do is actually to create a metafield, right? A new metafield that we can test. So I'm just going to go to custom data, right? And then from there, we have all these categories here. But for now, I'm just going to stick to the products because I think it's the most used feature. And as you can see, there are lots of metafields already here, but we're going to add one to see what we can do with it. Okay, so I'm going to add a definition. All right, I'll just call this new or Christmas. Okay, it's going to be Christmas. And Christmas is going to be, we're going to choose the type. So as you know, we have lots of different properties, right? We have JSON, we have references, true or false, color, etc., etc. So what we're going to choose here, however, is going to be the single line text just to make it easy peasy, you know? Okay, so single line text and everything else, we can leave it as it is. So I'm just going to save it. Okay, so it's, there you go. Fantastic. So it's in. Where is our, there you go. Christmas. There you go. Fantastic. So if you're familiar with Metafields, which I assume you are, you know how they work in general. So I'm just going to pick the product. Okay, choose a product where we can apply this on. Okay. And so let's go to, there you go. Fantastic. So set mix, and let's see, 12 I chose that because it's the theme choice when I click on product page. So, you know, just make it easier for all of us. So let's look for the new metafield. There you go, Christmas. I want presents, please. So that's going to be our text. I'm just going to click save. Okay. And so now the metafield is created. We have an input for the metafield on this product. And now we can actually work with it on the front end. So I'm just going to reload the page. Here's where it gets a little more interesting. Okay, so this is the point of today's video. Let's just wait for it to reload. So we're almost there. Fantastic. Go. So because it is a text, right, a single line text, we can choose in the editor, we can choose the different text blocks that we can add to the website. And then we can reference the metafield and include it as part of the description. Okay, so I'm just going to go here to add a new text element. No, actually here in the buy box. There you go. And as you can see, we have the different types of blocks. But again, because it is a text field, we can actually connect it only to text content fields. Like you can choose an image field and then try to connect it with a text field, you know. So it also doesn't make sense. Okay. So, all right. So we have this text field. I'm just going to replace the text with our metafield. Okay. So there you go. Oh, it's so slow right now. Shopify is horrible sometimes. There you go. So here's our Christmas text. If I choose that, then we should get exactly the text that we inputted in the backend. So I'm just going to wait for the theme to update itself, which for some reason it's taking forever today. Phenomenal. And there you go. Now we have a text field with I want presents. Okay, cool. So let's save that just for now. But imagine, let's say you want to do more with this. Let's say you want to create a this text field with any particular icon. All right. In that case, we have to use the custom liquid fields, so custom code fields, where you can work with HTML, CSS, and of course, liquid. So we have to choose a custom liquid field, somehow reference the meta field, and connect it with, in this example, let's say an icon. All right. So it's actually much easier than you would think. So first step, we are gonna add a custom liquid field here to the buy box. And the way to reference Metafields on Shopify, you can find it in the Shopify documentation, but it's relatively easy. So what you do is, I even had it open here somewhere. Where is that? There you go. So what you do is you add the curly brackets double, and then you copy the product.metafields.custom.badge, and as you can see, the ending corresponds to the name of the metafield. So this is where you can input the name of the metafield, and then you can just copy paste the rest of the code. And if you do that, you can reference the metafield in a custom code field. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy the curly fields. I'm gonna insert them here into the liquid code field, okay, and then we're gonna exchange the last metafield field with our newest text metafield, which is Christmas. All right, so I'm just gonna go back to find the definition. There you go. So Christmas, and the definition is, as you can see, it's custom.christmas. All right, so what we can do is we can copy the name or the key of the metafield, and we can input and exchange it here. So this product metafields are custom to Christmas. This is how we can reference the metafield in a custom field code. And obviously, depending on the type of metafield, you're gonna get like collection.metafields or I don't know, page.metafields. Just check the Shopify documentation. It's listed there. It's pretty easy to find, or just ask ChatGPT. Okay, so once we have that, let's just see if it's working properly. So if I go here to the custom field, I'm gonna remove the text metafield that we just used as an example, and then I'm gonna add the Christmas metafield in the custom liquid area. So let's see what happens. Theoretically, it should work. But Shopify is so slow. Oh my lord. I don't know what's going on here. Jesus Christ. Just bear with me, okay? There you go. So now we get the text meta field, but inside a custom liquid field. So if I remove this, for example, right, then the meta field should also disappear. Obviously, should, could, shall. There you go. Okay, so it's working. All right, fantastic. So what we can do now is we can connect this with custom code, HTML, CSS, if you want. So what we can do is we can go here, and let's say we want that meta field and an icon for that meta field. Okay, so I'm just gonna create a div. All right, then so this div is gonna hold the rep. Okay, let's say like actually we don't need a class here, so it's gonna create a div class. It's gonna be I don't know, like presents, icons, rep. Okay, it's gonna be the class. There you go, fantastic. So now we can, if we use a flexbox, for instance. Okay, I'm just gonna, there you go. Hold on. There you go. Okay, so what we can do is just gonna create the styles first of all. Okay, hold on. Just there. Ah, Jesus Christ. No. There you go. All right. So we can turn this into display flex duration row. Okay. Then align content. Let's say flex start type, and justify content also. What we have here is an option. It's flex start as well, I believe. Otherwise, we can correct this in 1 second. Okay, so let's say we have the presence rep, and then let's say we want to reference the meta field now. So I'm just going to include another div. I'm going to call this div class inner elements rep. Okay, just inner element rep. Phenomenal. There you go. And here we're going to include the meta field. So I'm just going to copy paste the reference here. Okay, so this is where our metafield should show up. And let's say we want to show an icon before on the left hand. Okay, so I'm just gonna create 2 inner wrap elements, and then here, instead of the metafield, I can reference our image. So I can add an image src. So just copy paste one of the icons that I have here in the Shopify files. So just copy paste. There you go. And yeah, that should work. And now we just have to work on the styling a little bit. But if I go here to the custom liquid field and I replace it with our custom code, there you go, copy paste. It should work, but maybe I just have to fine tune this a little bit. That's very. I'm not a programmer. I'm a dev desk, as they call it. All right, so let's just wait for it to reload. If it takes forever, a couple days at least. Jesus Christ, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so fantastic. We can see the icon, but obviously sorely messed up. So we can go here to add a class to the there you go. To the image. So I'm gonna say like custom image, custom Christmas image. Okay, right, fantastic. And then we can reference it and the styling. There you go. I'm just gonna add like a maximum height of 2 rep. All right, so that should solve some issues. Okay, let's wait for it to reload. Oh my god, it's so annoying. Go, 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 go. Go, come on. I might have to edit this afterwards too. There you go. So, okay, fantastic. So at least we have the icon, and there is obviously something on here with the alignment. So yeah, hold on. Let me just let's fix this together. Okay, so I'm just make sure there was the alignment. I believe that's messed up here. Hold on. Let's just check. Yeah, we can do it together. If it loads at some point in time. Jesus Christ, Shopify. I don't know why it's so slow. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I just reset the Shopify because it's a mess. I don't know why. Okay, so I just did a little correction. It was the align items which I messed up. So align items center, and then that should be vertically centered. And then we also need a gap. So let's say a gap of 1 rem. Okay, and this should do the trick. Let's go back here. There you go. And then I'll just insert this here again. Copy paste. And that should do the trick. Right, come on. Voila. For some reason it didn't center, so I'm not sure. I just confirmed it, but anyhow, before I get too deep with the code. So as you can see, of course, that is similar to the other blocks that already have an icon and a metafield. This is just an example, right? So you can do whatever you want now with the metafield, because the important thing here was to learn and understand how we can reference it in custom code, custom liquid, and there you go. That gives you the freedom to construct it and connect it with whatever you want. So yeah, I apologize for the little issues. I hope it was understandable at least, and I hope it helps you in your day-to-day. And once again, if you like the content, hit the like button, subscribe. It means the world to me, totally. Seriously. So thank you very much. Statics rock. See you next time.